Welcome back to another video with Kids Art Lab. And today I have my dad with me today. He's Ryan, or Dad.
Okay, I respond to both.
Today we are drawing a little gecko.
We're painting a gecko? Okay, cool. That's a good one. We have a lot of those down here in Florida. They come out at night.
And we're using acrylic paints today.
Okay, well what colors do we need to paint a gecko?
So we are going to need like a hot pink, but we're just going to need a little bit. It's going to be kind of like the inside of the mouth.
Okay.
For like the tongue.
Okay.
And we're going to need, let's see, we're going to need green.
Yeah.
Blue.
Okay.
Black. And white. Okay,
awesome. And if you don't have paints, this is a really good one for using really any kind of art supplies that you may have. Crayons, markers, colored pencils.
Basically anything that's art related.
Yeah. All right, let's get to work. So we won't need too much white at all. This is more for...
No, less than...
That's a little bit of white.
A little bit of black. Maybe a little bit more.
Okay. And won't need too much blue. We'll put those close to each other because we're going to need them together. I think the most thing we're going to need some green. Because it is a lizard.
Lizard. And you can do your lizard basically any color. We would just want you to stick like with the outline. And then you can kind of go free.
Okay. So speaking of outlining, let's go ahead and get together one of our outlining brushes, which are usually ones that are really pointy and tiny, as if you're drawing with a marker. So let's go ahead and start with the head. It's kind of like a heart head here. We'll try and see, we'll put them right about here. And then once my paint runs out, I usually start on the side that it ran out and start back the same way. All right. Now we're going to do the top of his mouth. And we'll probably start it right around here. Goes down. And ends back here. Nice. All right, and then we want a happy one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's give him a nice big smile. Bless you. Smile. And we left a little room because we got to make the rest of his mouth here. So that's going to come off of here. Something like that. Let's just take a sec to fill in our lines a little bit more where it's a little thin. Good. And then we'll come back to this, but his tongue's going to be in here, but we're going to make kind of a little dark spot. Our paint can dry. Okie dokie?
Okie dokie.
All right. You want to do the eyes too while we're here?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. So we'll give him one eye right here. Now geckos are nocturnal usually. We usually see them around our house at night.
Well, sometimes you see them in the morning.
Yeah, and really early in the morning, and they have big eyes because that's good for seeing at night. That's when they're out and about. So we make some big ones.
One time we had a gecko in our house, and our cat like found it. It was still alive. Our cat just found it and didn't do anything.
She probably didn't know what to do with it. She's probably playing with it. They're super fast too, and they have sticky hands.
And some of them are like, ours was like clear, but some of them can be like, can't they be like camouflage?
Yes, they can.
Like chameleons, kind of.
Yeah, they do. They do change color a little bit. All right, so we are going to put another eyeball, and this one's going to come off the forehead a little bit, just to give it a little bit more of a three-dimensional look. Here's my big eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Okay, now we're going to work on his neck. They're usually kind of short and stubby, so I'm going to put a little neck right here. And then 1 foot.
And if we're going too fast, you can always pause the video and catch up.
That's right. Or if we're going too slow, you can fast forward, speed it up a little bit. All right, so then he's got his front leg that we can see a little bit more of. Okay. I'm just going to add a little bit more. Nice. Okay, and now his belly. Try not to touch what you've already done here. And then we'll do his back leg. So it's kind of a little curvy like that. Their legs are pretty strong too because they
Run fast.
They run fast to catch their food, and they're also they're sticky on the wall and the ceiling, so they gotta have strong legs and feet, which they do.
Just sticky.
Okay, now we're gonna give him a tail, so go this way. And this is a fun part because you can give him really any kind of tail you want. Got all that room to work with. So you can kind of just be free to do whatever you want. Or you can give him a little short tail. So I'm going to go back now where my paintbrush got a little dry. And you can flip your paintbrush over and get the paint that's on the other side too. So you're not going back to the paint all the time. And I find for stuff like this, a nice long stroke as opposed to a bunch of little short ones seems to work a little bit better. Take your time. Good. Okay, now we're going to go back. We're going to go back here. And I'm going to start here. And as it gets closer to his back, it's going to get a little wider. Now this is one where I'm just going to keep going and I'll come back over again. But that's pretty much what he's going to look like. Now I'm going to just go back over. Very good. Just kind of clean up our lines. Because we're getting ready to do some color in here. Bring this guy to life. Very good. All right, at this point, we're gonna get ready to start coloring and we're gonna speed up the video just a little bit. So join us.
All right, we just finished, and I was going to tell you about what colors we mixed. So we had blue and some white, which was the bottom and these scale stuff. And then we also mixed that red and white for his mouth, for the tongue. And we just added little eyeballs and nostrils.
Okay, I love yours, and I love the blue streaks all over. They do look like that.
But we're not done yet.
Oh yes, what do we got to do?
Our signature. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, that's another video from Kids Art Lab. We hope you enjoyed painting a gecko with us today, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.